Hey everyone, in this video I will be comparing two electronic nose trimmers, two of the most up-to-date ones. Right here we have the Sharper Image, and it is very standard. The model is NT5175. Again, the details and the numbers will be in the title of this video as well as the description. The second one is one I actually did a previous video case studying and focusing on, which is the Philips Norelco Series 3000. Now, nose hair is actually a problem for me specifically, just based off my genetics. For other people, it's never a problem, but I kind of just pushed it aside for many years until close friends who were willing to be brutally honest kept hinting at the fact that I really need to trim my nose hairs. Therefore, I have taken some time to invest in this. Again, it doesn't have to cost a lot. Both of these products are very cheap. They're around 20 bucks. And so let me just give you a review. Now this one I tried out for a while now, many months. And of course I did a previous video on this one if you want more details. But this one has its pros and cons. The pro is that you cannot get cut with this thing. It's just by design. The razors are just, and let me take the cover off so you can kind of see. But the razors are just like so, I guess, small and like needle thin that it just works so well. A second pro to this is that you never need to charge it or change the batteries. And all you have to do to turn it on is just pull the switch, turn it, and you hear the sound. But look, I could put this anywhere. There's literally no pain or fear. The problem with this is that it is only good for short hair. So if you have genetically very short, trimmy hair, this works great. It trims it very nicely. But unfortunately, because of my ethnicity and my genetics, I have really long nose hairs. And of course, something like this does not work at all on long hair. It's kind of like if you're trying to get a haircut and your hair is like all the way to your shoulders, and you're trying to use like a tiny little shaving thing to try and cut that hair. It's not going to work. It's not designed to do it that way. So unfortunately, this only works barely. I only use it because I already bought it, and I only use it because I already bought it, and I use it when I've already cut my hair as far as I can, and I just feel like touching it up. But honestly, you probably don't want to buy this if you're like me, because there's no need. And honestly, I don't even have to use this, but when I do, it's usually optional too, because you could barely tell the difference if I don't. And it's when I cut all the hair and then there's like tiny hairs deep inside that just because I'll get it with this. Having said that, I wish this worked, because in every other way I think this is almost perfect. You can wash this straight on the faucet and there's no need to do anything. It doesn't rust. You can put this straight under the faucet and it will rinse out the hairs. In fact, there's even a little icon here at the top with the faucet sign telling you that you can do that. So I think it's a really good, the Philips Norelco brand is amazing. It has been for many years. I think that's why it's such a good brand these days. Of course, I have their electronic shaver, I have nothing but great things to say about this shaver. Again, I'll leave links in the description to the Amazon models if you want to get the details. But this thing, I only have to charge this once every year. Not even. Like I could probably not charge this for several years and it still works. That's how like strong the battery life is. Also probably because I only use it like 5 minutes every other day. Having said that, this thing is incredible for very similar reasons. For my mustache and beard, it works perfectly because I have short hair here and it does trim it, and therefore it works great. I never need a shaving cream at all, and I just turn it on. Again, you can just wash it by putting it on the faucet. Actually, this one might rust, but it doesn't really say. But I just turn it on, press the button, and I'm done. And then like every month I have to empty out the hairs inside, otherwise you get a huge mess of hair. So yeah, I think I got a little off track, but that thing is incredible. Now on to this new one. So this one is better, and this is what I recommend if your nose hair is like me, really long. The problem with it is it's a bit more scary. I do feel like you can get hurt using this. I haven't yet, but it's because I've been really careful. It's definitely more dangerous, and it's very self-explanatory. It uses a AA battery. You push the switch up, and then it starts humming, and then the blades start turning, and you just stick it in your nose. It's actually like this, and it even comes with a little bit of a light that shoots upward, which helps you kind of see better. I would demonstrate, but it's kind of dangerous. Like you kind of like stick it up there. Again, I haven't been hurt, but it's only because I've been really careful with this. This one definitely works better for longer hairs, but the dangerous part is the part that I'm a little bit like iffy about, and it kind of makes sense. Like to cut longer hairs, it kind of has to be sharper, larger, more dangerous blades. And then the final thing I have to say though is sometimes my nose hairs get really long, and this is just not exactly always going to work because they're just really long. And in that case, I have what I think has been my best purchase, which is this little these scissors. They're actually the perfect size, perfect length, and I just go like this, and then I put this here and I cut them, and it actually does 80 to 90% of the work. And then what's left I use the electronics for. I think for my specific situation, I think it's best to have at least the scissors and the at least one of these electronics to do its justice, to the point where I'm comfortable without my hair sticking out. Because if I don't cut it, it literally comes all the way down, and you can literally see it come out from fairly far away. And I don't know why. I mean, it's something that happens for me. For a lot of other people, it doesn't happen at all. So it's kind of strange, but for some reason, genetically, it does happen for me. So that's pretty much it. That's what I want to say about this. Again, I will leave the links to the Amazon.com models if you want all the details, specs, battery life, what battery it takes, and if you want to buy it through my links. If you go through my links at no extra cost to you, I get a small commission if you go through those links, but you don't have to. And yeah, they're pretty simple. Most of these electronics are in fact battery powered. There's no recharging station that comes with it. This one did not come with batteries. The other one did. And they're very self-explanatory, very straightforward how you use them. And they both have their pros and cons, as I mentioned. So what works best depends on what your genetics and your hair is like. Thanks. That's all I gotta say.